Hey, yo. Check it.
Welcome back, hero.
My word is my sword, Hokage and Batosai, pulling the blades out of the forge, yo. Prior to my knowledge of the Force, was thinking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under gray skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal, my mind to lift you. In this time we shine together, disarm your pistol, yo. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.
Yeah, bro. Episode 70. What is it? 78? We took a week off
78
last week, something like that. So yeah, man. What's new? I mean, I guess Jake Paul won.
Who the fuck's that?
I don't know, some white guy.
God damn it.
Who looks
You gonna fight against a real boxer or no? No? Oh, okay.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, man. So episode 78. I mean, a lot has happened. I mean, we're down 2 episodes. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
WrestleMania was
okay.
was all right. WrestleMania was
night 1 was good.
Night 1 was straight up good.
Night 2 was
Night
kind
2
of
was.
Were there any good matches in night 2?
I mean, the main event was okay. I didn't. You know what? Wasn't Matt Riddle and Sheamus night 2?
That was pretty good.
Match was pretty good. So, also, I mean, even though I want Oscar to win, Oscar versus Rhea Ripley was pretty good too. So yeah, man. Episode 78. What are you into right now, my friend?
Bro, I'm finally kind of wrapping up my Yakuza adventure. I've played literally every single Yakuza game.
Oh my goodness.
From Yakuza 0 all the way to, I just finished Yakuza 6. Now I've just started today. I started Like a Dragon, Yakuza Like a Dragon. And it's dope, man. It's just mad different, bro. Like, they changed genre. It goes from a flat out, like, beat 'em up, straight up, like, fighter where you got to do moves, to a RPG, a turn-based RPG.
That's crazy.
Where it's like, ooh.
Oh, I don't know if I can do this.
This ain't Pokemon, so I don't like it quite as much. But it's fun. It's cool. This character, I could understand why you might think that Yakuza is silly if you have only played just this game.
Where? Because
the tone is a lot lighter, and it's so far. I'm literally like an hour in, so I could be totally wrong. But the main character is like totally different character than Kiryu, who's the main character up until this point. He's like Kiryu was a fucking stone-faced, like stoic, just Yakuza badass who just didn't smile ever, like just eat glass for fucking breakfast and just He's the type of main characters that Detroit rap niggas would like. I don't like that soft shit. I don't like that emotional shit. I want my motherfucking rappers to chew glass and punch babies.
And eat screws for breakfast.
Right. Like, okay, then you would love Kiryu Kazama.
Oh, man.
Ichiban Kasuga is the new main character. And he's very much like a shonen. You know who he is? He's sort of Naruto. He's sort of Naruto, Ichigo, Yusuke, you know what I'm saying? Kind of fiery shonen protagonist that is sort of silly and can be dumb at times, but is a good fighter type shit.
Right.
Like that's sort of his personality. And there's also a dubbed version of it too. It really sounds like an anime. It sounds and feels like an anime in a way that Yakuza didn't. The original games felt it felt very Japanese, like a Japanese crime drama. I kind of feel like this game, and this is not a criticism, but I feel like this game was more ready made for the US than the other games were. Like it's kind of wrapped in a tighter. Hey, you remember anime? Here's this. Even though it's not, they don't
stuff you're familiar with.
They don't really do Yakuza animes hardly at all. And I think I did some research on this because you would think that would be a cool, like you could do a cool series based off of that. But I think that like the Japanese creatives are straight up afraid of the Yakuza and like are like, we don't want to piss these niggas off, so maybe we should stay away from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been on, man. I fuck with the series. It's a really good series. Dope story. Really fun game. Very complete, polished game. Looking forward to playing it.
Word. So yeah, man. I just, Jiu-Jitsu, train a lot. I was telling you earlier, man. Today, my master. Well, in Jiu-Jitsu, we call him Professor. Today,
that's fire.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's accurate too, man. Right? Like to be a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, man. That's a lot. That's
sure.
like 12 years of studying the same thing, Yeah. And there's still so much more out there. But yeah, man. So today, me and my homie Kyle, man. Me and Kyle have been training together ever since I first started. You know what I'm saying? And he is just a monster. Like he's a lot bigger than me. He's super strong, super fast. He's just a beast. And today, after our training session, they made me and him kind of go at it. Submission only match. Right, the match only ends if you get a submission. And we ended up rolling for 30 minutes, bro, nonstop, no break. It was pretty.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Physically challenging. I'm still tired from it, but it was awesome. I'll never forget it. But I have just been, playing Pokemon, man. I've been going on down the journey. I beat Emerald finally, so now it's on to I'm deciding if I'm gonna play Soul Silver or Pearl next. I've beaten Emerald and Alpha Sapphire, so I'm deciding between Pearl and Soul Silver. So we'll see which one I play next. Emerald is definitely my all-time favorite still. Even though I beat it, I'm still playing and doing the Battle Frontier. Remember back in the day, thinking you were good at Pokemon games and then stepping in the Battle Frontier.
Not gonna be able to do it!
Nope. Those Pokemon you play your friends with. That's cute.
Oh, so you mean the CPU is not going to do stupid moves? It's going to hit me with the type advantage every single time?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, you mean everyone's Pokemon is level 60 and up. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, no, it's definitely was hard when I was a kid, but obviously I have way more knowledge now. It's not so hard now, but it's very fun. It's a good challenge. So
definitely.
I've been playing Pokemon, man, going back. Playing all my favorites. That's what I've been on.
I forgot to show this off.
Hey.
Shout out to the homie Marshall, friend of the show.
Let's go.
He hooked me up with a samurai sword, bro.
Love it.
And this bitch is real.
You gotta do
this shit. Right. Right.
Slice the mic in half.
Yeah, no, this mug is dope, super dope. We appreciate you, Marshall.
Love it. Shout out to the homie Marshall. Yeah, man, Marshall is he's wanting to get into like dual swords. So me and him, I've been talking to him. I recommend that because he asked me, how did I learn how to use a sword, and I was like, I am self-taught, but I read some books and was able to kind of watch some videos and pick it up and study it. But I know not everybody can learn like that, So I told him I'd be willing to, whatever style he picks that he wants to gravitate towards, I'd be willing to kind of pick it up as well. And, learn with him, so to make it a better process for him. So I think that would be fun. So shout out to the homie Marshall, man.
Shout out.
But yeah, bro, let's get into let's start this episode off with a quick wrestling recap.
Yeah.
WrestleMania. And first of all, Michael Cole with the call he pronounced every
Right.
syllable. WrestleMania headlined by two black women.
Blackity
Two
black.
blackity black women.
But he also flubbed the final call at the end.
He did. That was weird.
really
Really
kinda
strange.
fucked up,
Kind of
yeah.
strange. But all in all, man, we watched WrestleMania together. I think that night one was good. I'm very critical of WWE, which, first of all, that does not make me a hater. I have every right to be. I've been supporting this company since I was like a child. You know what I'm saying? So I can be critical of them. But I think night one was cool, man. I mean, loved the Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. That match was awesome. Seth Rollins hit the corkscrew frog splash. I've never seen that before.
That shit
was
looked like
awesome.
a straight up. It looked like a skateboard move.
Yeah,
it
right.
was it was really dope.
It did. It was dope. That match was awesome, man. It's good to see Cesaro, get a dub on the grandest stage of them all. I think Cesaro is one of the best wrestlers on the planet. I think he's been one of the best wrestlers on the planet for a long time, and he just keeps getting overlooked in the company. So that was dope. And I mean, let's be real, man. I mean, Bad Bunny,
Bruh. Impressive.
It was fun, but at the same time, why is this guy a better wrestler than the son of Rey Mysterio?
Bruh. Facts.
I mean, I thought he did fantastic. It was fun.
I think he's the best celebrity wrestler
Probably ever.
Next to Stephen Amell,
yeah.
Who flat out like trained for years.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think anybody really comes close. I mean, compare that to like Shaq or like Dennis Rodman or Floyd Mayweather.
Word up.
It's not even close.
Yeah, I agree, man. Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley was the first match. Thought it was cool. It was kind of dope because they had the rain delay, right? So it was kind of dope to see them scrambling around and like getting unscripted interviews and promos. And I thought the wrestlers handled it really well. I thought that was pretty cool. So I thought that was dope. What else? New Day versus AJ and his big black bodyguard.
Right.
I didn't really care for that match. I thought Shane and Strowman was trash.
I literally didn't even.
I'm just tired of seeing Shane McMahon. Period.
I was playing basketball with your son for the entire match.
And then the tag team match with the women. I thought it was okay, but I thought that Riot Squad should have won, so I didn't really care for it.
Yeah.
But I mean, the meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes.
Oh, I forgot. My experience was also kind of ruined by the awkward Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna tell you what, brother. Nigger. They had Hulk racist Hogan and tap dancing Titus O'Neil.
Oh my god! They tried to hide him behind Titus O'Neil.
Terrible.
Shit was disgusting.
And I know it's a job, bro, but at what point do you just say no?
Yeah, stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't do that.
No, don't do that. Anyway, but the main event, bro, Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks.
Amazing.
I thought this was fantastic. I loved it. Dave Meltzer is a hater. He gave it like 4 stars. But I mean, look, bro, as critical as I am of WWE, I personally thought this was a 5-star match. I'm a person who believes that matches can be 5 stars for different reasons. I think that you can have a 5-star match off the in-ring stuff that happens alone. Like you can have a top tier, just amazing performances in the ring, 5 stars. I think the atmosphere can lead to a 5-star match. Like, for example, right? I don't think this is the best match of all time, but I think the most perfect wrestling match ever in terms of everything that went into it being just top notch. I really do. I think it's Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3. And the reason I say that is because it's just a culmination of so many things. Like, is it the greatest match you've ever seen in the ring? No. I mean, you've seen more impressive stuff, but is it good? Yeah, it's very good. Then you got, if you watch WrestleMania 3, first of all, the story leading up to it was incredible, hilariously over the top.
Yeah.
Like, Macho Man.
Is that where the cream of the crop
well, they had the
promo?
beef. No, but he does give a really good promo.
Okay.
So they had a beef going on, and then Macho Man crushes Ricky Steamboat's throat with the ring bell.
Dog, this shit was ridiculous.
And then they have Ricky the Dragon going to like speech therapy class because he can't talk. Because he crushed his throat. But then, right, so then you get this, and it's like there's just this build up, and it's like, and I mean, this was before my time. This was in 1987. I wasn't even born yet, but I've watched WrestleMania 3 many times. I've watched the stuff leading up to it. So then there's like this thing, you don't know if he's going to be healthy to get his revenge, but he comes back for the match at WrestleMania. Then leading up to the match, you get an amazing promo by Macho Man. Obviously, he's the GOAT, right? Promos. You get amazing promo from him. Then he goes to the ring. Then you get this other amazing promo by Ricky the Dragon. And then, like, it's just like he goes from the promo, then, like, right when he's done, his music hits.
That's fire.
And his music is just, like, super triumphant. And then he just, like, comes out to the ring. And this was back when they used to do the little... They used to come to the ring in the little mini rings, and they would roll, would roll to the ring.
I remember that. Yeah,
fire. Then the match happens, bro. It's the Silverdome. It's the biggest recorded like indoor live event ever. It's like 93,000 people there, or something crazy like that. So the atmosphere, the stuff leading up to the match, the promos before the match, the theme songs, the entrances, then the match itself. At the time's the greatest match ever, pretty much. Like it was people. You talking about two heavyweights. You're talking about a fast-paced match that you didn't really see at that time, right? The match was amazing. Then the guy you want to win wins the match, and then the crowd goes crazy. Just everything together, I think
This was for the Intercontinental?
Yeah. Everything together, all those things blended together, I think is what makes that match like the most perfect match.
Also, man, I love the fact that back then, Intercontinental, like mid-card titles meant so much more
important
than they do now.
For sure. I agree 100%. Because the thing about back in the day that we miss now is the mid card title was the workhorse title. Like that was the fighting champion title. Yep. Like you might go to a house show and the world champ might not be there, but the Intercontinental belt can headline a house show. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not like that. But
I think AEW is doing a pretty good job with that.
Oh, for sure.
With the
Darby
TNT
Allin
title
and the TNT title. Yeah, I'm excited for the match that's next week against Jungle Boy. But the reason I say that about that match is to say that I think that this match being the first show back with fans in attendance, right? Then you get first time ever 2 black women main eventing WrestleMania. Then you get the moment before the match, bro, when Bianca Belair is just literally like crying because of that, just taking everything in and the atmosphere. And then it was dope that Sasha like kind of let her have it a little bit. And then,
she even had to like get herself together because she reacted like it warmed her heart to see that, but she had to like remember I'm in character and let her have that moment.
Fantastic. Then you get the match itself. Loved it. Thought it was awesome. I loved the story they told in the ring. You got Bianca Belair, who's just a house,
a machine,
world-class athlete. So everything else leading up to this, you got the atmosphere, you got the emotion before the match. You got the creative spots, bro. You got Bianca Belair gorilla pressing Sasha Banks and then walking up the steps and walking all the way on the ring apron and throwing in the ring. Then you got the hair whip. You got the
she exploded Sasha Banks' stomach with that shit.
Unbelievable.
Bro. You see the welt afterwards?
Then you got some top tier reversals. You got Sasha Banks hitting the bank statement and using her ponytail to choke her with it. Like unbelievably creative spots, man.
And I think that was improvised.
Come on. And this isn't just, it's not because they're women. It's because it was
great
fire.
Wrestlers. Yeah.
It was fantastic. Then all those things together, the atmosphere, first show with fans, almost got rained out. Then you get an awesome match, get a great finish, Bianca Belair beat Sasha Banks to be the champ. Then if you look, Sasha Banks is kind of happy for her on the outside of the ring. But then got to remember, like, oh, I'm a heel, but, you know, it was awesome. For me, it was 5 stars. I loved it. I thought it was the best match of WrestleMania. It was my favorite match of WrestleMania.
I agree.
So, yeah, man, if you haven't seen that, go out of your way to watch that match. Then, night two, I mean, Randy Orton versus Fiend. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax versus Tamina and Natalya. But then we did get Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, which, although it was a sprint, a very quick match, I loved it. Thought it was awesome. Those two never disappoint.
Nah, they're good.
Then we had Matt Riddle versus Sheamus, which was also awesome. I thought that match had one of the best botched recoveries I've ever seen. When
what
Sheamus tried to hit the move off the top rope, they kind of slipped down.
Yeah.
Didn't let it ruin the, you know, so I thought that was really dope. Also, he killed Matt Riddle.
He's socking that nigga, bro. And then he caught him
kicked,
with the
oh my god, off the moonsault, kicks him right in the face.
He literally kicked him in the teeth.
It was
like bloodied him
nasty.
afterwards.
Yeah, I love that match. I thought that match was awesome. And then we had the big two niggers of the big gorilla monkey fight with the drums.
Oh my god, bro!
What?
I can't believe somebody greenlit that. Come on, Apollo Crews. Like, you're a good wrestler. You're like supposedly a stand-up dude. Like, why did you agree to this, man?
Look at him, brother. Look at those monkeys. Get after it, brother.
It's King Kong versus King Kong. Some hardcore Kong on Kong action. Oh, that's the title of this episode, bro.
Hardcore
Kong on Kong action. Let's go, dog.
And then we had Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, which I'm not the biggest Rhea Ripley fan. I think Asuka's the GOAT. The match was fire, though, and Rhea Ripley, you know, she won. She deserves it, so it's all good. Main event, I thought it was cool. I think Roman Reigns is doing a great job with the heel thing. So yeah, man, boom. That's a wrestling recap. Also, if you did not watch Dynamite, AEW, they just had a tag match last week. It was the Young Bucks, who are heels now, back doing the heel thing. Love it. It's fantastic. I think they really needed it. But they had a match against Pac and Phoenix. Oh my goodness,
bro!
Amazing.
I love the personalities that have been flipped now. Like, for sure, I love the fact that the Elite are almost all heels now. I mean, Death Triangle they're kind of faces a little bit.
John Silver, bro.
Dog.
Did you see the promo back
when he was flexing his shoulder?
Adam Page puts his hand on his shoulder and he goes, ah. And he goes, I thought it was the other shoulder. He was like, yeah, but now this one hurts too.
Yep.
Hilarious. John Silver,
bro,
man.
I gotta be, Chris Jericho, we don't fuck with Chris Jericho on the show, but I gotta admit, I kind of like the Inner Circle being faces. I think that
I think it works for them. But Chris Jericho, no.
Yeah, no, fuck him.
But
I would love to see Sammy Guevara get pushed as like the leader of that stable.
Yeah, also Santana and Ortiz, more. Yeah, more.
Good wrestlers, man.
Yeah, more. I like to see more.
Some Puerto Ricans, man. Some black Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, man. I like them. But yeah, I think AEW's been great. And Pac and Phoenix, man, just
crazy,
unreal. Both of them, crazy good. All right, man. So yeah, that does it for the wrestling recap.
Also, my cousin gets a title shot next week.
Jungle Boy versus Darby Allin. This is a match that me and you have been kind of wanting for the last forever. Like 2 years.
Yeah. I'm not ready for Darby to lose yet, but it's still going to be a crazy match.
Right. Also, Ty Conti, who I'm very high on, think she's really good, versus Hikaru Shida for the women's title. I don't think she's going to beat her, but I think this is good that she's getting this match. I think she's awesome. I think
no doubt.
She's a black belt in judo, so I'm always here for like the legit offense. I think she's good, man. I think the match could be good. But I have a question for you, man.
Sure.
Moving on, video game related question here. I want to know, so when you play games, obviously there's always kind of a set way to do things that a lot of people, you know what I mean? There's always a set way to do stuff, a recommended way to do stuff. What's a video game strategy that you use that kind of went against popular belief, but it worked for you? If you need to think, I can give you one.
I got one.
All right,
I got one. For me, Smash, right? Like, I remember playing, me and my homie Randall went to a party. One of his friends had a party, and I didn't know none of the people there, but they were playing Smash. And these were real hardcore like black nerds that like, God damn it, nigga.
Hey, well, actually,
fucking gonna whatever, I don't know. And this was Brawl, right, nigga. This was Brawl, right? So, I think this wasn't the height of my Smash ability. I think I was playing my best Smash ever towards the middle of when Ultimate came out. I was really on top of my shit. But this was a pretty high level too, and so they kept saying shit like. They were doing, since they didn't know me, they were, and I don't really, and these were, I'm talking about, goddamn it, I'm for real, like these were
well, actually,
really sort of like typecast black nerds that were, and you know, I got to be careful here because I don't want to put none of my homies in a box, but like these were some of the niggas that like kind of made it easy for you to make. I shouldn't say that. They don't. Nobody makes it easy to make fun of you. I shouldn't say that, but like they seem to like lean into the stereotype a lot.
Right. I feel you.
And so for me, like I didn't fit that mold, right? Like I was a athlete, like this was a couple years out of college, so I was still in really good shape. I dressed like an athlete. So I didn't fit the bill of, hey, this guy knows how to play this shit either.
I went through the same thing.
So we were playing Brawl, and they kept saying shit like, and they were picking like joke characters and whatever. And I made a comment like, "Hey, why don't we like play for real? Let's see what that would be like." And then, and I was being smug for sure. Like I was trying to hide it, but I was being smug. Like, all right, nigga, y'all niggas want to play this shit for real, or we just fucking around? Like, what are we doing here? But so they were kind of making snide comments like, well, you know. Because this is when Meta Knight was
this is Brawl. Yeah. Meta Knight.
So this is when Meta Knight was just completely OP, completely OP.
I remember.
And so they kept saying little slick shit like, "Oh well, if we play for real, nigga, you gon' if I pick, all I gotta do is pick Meta Knight and can't nobody blah blah blah." I'm like, all right, bro, like, because again, the common knowledge is Meta Knight top tier character.
Right. We just talked about that on the pod a couple weeks ago, man.
So here's what I did. I went to Old Faithful. This is the debut of Antonio Wolfe. Antonio Wolfe. And he was considered to be like a bottom tier character in Brawl because he's much better in Ultimate. He's so much better in Ultimate. But in Brawl, he was quick, but he was very heavy. Mm-hmm. That's the thing about Wolf. I don't know if you've ever played with him before, but he looks light,
but he's heavy,
bruh. That's why I be getting so mad. But the one flaw in Wolf's game is that you can't get caught slipping at all. Right. Because if you fuck around on that edge and you fall.
Oh, it's quick,
so fast, and it's hard to recover. That's the reason why I be getting so mad when I get fucked out of like somebody just kind of whoops, fucking god damn it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just slip and fall off the level, and I'm starting from a handicap immediately, and then I start laying back in the cut and lasering y'all niggas to death because now I can't take no chances. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that was really a knock against him in Brawl. But I had tech. You feel me? A nigga had some tech with that nigga. And I beat their fucking asses, bro. And it wasn't even like close. And I couldn't hold back, bro. I could not hold back. I was just, and so as soon as the match was over, I was like, you niggas talking that shit, talking that Meta Knight top tier shit.
Oh my
and
God.
To just to kind of fight fair a little bit, a lot of that was because they had never played, because you know, niggas like that only play against top tier characters. So they hadn't really seen Wolf before.
Right.
They didn't really know how to adjust for him. Like now Meta Knight is definitely better than Wolf on that game. Like he's really broken in that game. But I had to read, bro. I had the download, man. They had no answer because the laser. Y'all don't understand, bro. The laser not only it's the best projectile in the game, bro.
It's the best projectile because it impairs you for like,
bro. So it's pretty quick. it's meaty, like it hits for you. It hits you for about 10-11%, and it's got some stun and some knockback.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And it fucks you up a little bit. It
impairs you for a quick little second, and then it's long enough to where it throws your whole game.
Right,
off.
and if you got somebody with some tech coming behind you with a couple of claws and feet for you, it can be a problem. So yeah, the strategy was, hey, let me pick the top tier person to go against the other top tier person, but a nigga had too much tech with Wolf, and I ended up embarrassing them cats a little bit. So
let's go, love it.
What about you?
Boom. Yeah. So I mean, I got similar Smash stories with Ness and
like Fox
Melee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fox and Marth and them.
Yeah, bro. Like winning that tournament with Ness. So see, Ness's weakness is for me is that he's so floaty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he can be floaty at times, which can lead to you just getting juggled to death. You know what I mean? But that's when you gotta dash jump, dog.
Yeah,
you gotta have some tech.
Hey, bro, no, fuck that, bro. Yeah. Fox, Falco,
Jigglypuff,
bro. No, fuck. This is how these niggas used to play Melee, and when I was in school, bro.
That game is it's a car crash,
bro.
It's just a car wreck.
3 stock. Final destination, Fox only, nigga. That's all. Those are the only playable characters.
Oh my god,
I hate y'all, bro. Get the fuck out of here. That's why Hungry Box came and tore y'all asses up with Jigglypuff.
That's hilarious. But yeah, bro. So mine, even just me going back and playing Pokemon Emerald, it kind of reminds me of my strategy that I always used in that game, because I did it again. And I mean, if you know about the Pokemon games, you only get one Master Ball. You have to kind of pick which legendary you want to use it on, because Master Ball is guaranteed one throw, you catch it 100%, never fails. I mean, back when we were younger, we always used it on Mewtwo in Gen 1, you know what I mean, or stuff like that. So,
bro, I remember to this day, I use my because I didn't know no better.
Zapdos.
Yes, dog.
I did the same thing. I think we all did that.
Yeah, because you didn't know any better.
Oh my god,
that was the first fucking legendary you saw.
Gen 1. I really think that everybody our age used the Master Ball
on Zapdos, bro. And you didn't know any better. Like, oh shit, that's Zapdos. What am I supposed to do?
This is before internet, man, where you could just look stuff up.
Yeah.
Because we all did that. And my friend Clayton did the same thing, bro. We both used our Master Ball on Zapdos and Pokemon Red and Blue.
Had a hard time catching Mewtwo, boy.
Hilarious. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Yep.
So similar, but in Pokemon Emerald, right? Which is my favorite Pokemon game. I think it's a go. But Pokemon Emerald, the strategy, the kind of the popular, strategy, the consensus is that you catch Rayquaza. The sweet thing about Emerald is there's so many legendaries in it. Like the popular thing is that you catch Rayquaza and Groudon and Kyogre without using your Master Ball. And then you save your Master Ball for Latios when you see Latios.
Oh, because they dash around and shit?
Yeah, Latios will leave. They'll leave the battle, right? So you have to kind of use your Master Ball. But for me, which these old games, they were hard. Elite Four, like the Pokemon League Championship, those were not easy. Like this is... They didn't baby you kind of how they do now. Like you said, they're hitting that type advantage move every time. They're using potions, reviving cats, like
max revive.
You know what I mean?
Hey, nigga,
super hyper potion,
restore,
dog. Right. So the strategy I always used was, and I remember actually putting my boy Marty onto this when we were playing this game back in the day.
Marty sounds like a childhood friend.
Dog, that is my guy. Funny thing, he actually just he came by my crib the other day.
Nice.
I haven't seen him in a while, but childhood, man. Me and this dude were the only. I got some good stories about him, man. Me and this guy were the only cats still into Pokemon in high school. Me and him. And I remember cats used to clown us when we were in 9th grade. And I just remember so vividly, me and him would bring the link cables and we'd link up in battle at lunchtime all the time. Fire. And I remember this one time, I don't remember who it was, but some kid was like, like making fun of us for liking Pokemon, and then Marty just goes, his name's DeAndre. I don't even know why we call him Marty. It's like his middle name or something. But anyway, and Marty just goes, bro, didn't you just like Pokemon last year? And everybody just was, oh,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, cats acting like they didn't like it when they just liked it last year or whatever. But anyway, the strategy that I would use is that I would go find Rayquaza, which, again, like these older games, these things were not easy. Like, these Pokemon were hard to find because there's a lot of water in Emerald. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of like weird weather changes, and only certain things appear during certain times with certain weather. But I would go find Rayquaza, and I would just use my Master Ball, and I would just catch him before going to Elite Four and before going to the Pokemon League. So now you got a level 70. He's level 70 when you catch him. So now I got a level 70 Rayquaza, and I'm about to walk through the Elite Four and Pokemon League with my hands in my pockets with like no challenge. You know what I'm saying? That's how I always used to play the game. And then I would go back and I would catch Groudon and Kyogre afterwards, and not really, you know, if I could get Latios, cool, but wasn't sweating it. So that was my strategy.
Here's a random ass piece of Pokemon trivia, or opinion trivia, kind of. What is the hardest Pokemon to catch ever of all time?
Oh,
my answer is gonna surprise y'all, I think.
That's a good question. I've had, I don't know. What's yours? I think catching Latios or Latias in Gen 3 is hard, man. Well, and not the remakes. The remakes, you kind of just get them for free. But in the original game, they can be tough because they just leave the... Abra is really hard to catch, too. If you... especially that early in the game, you don't have a lot of Pokeballs, and Abra just teleports after the first... you know what I'm saying?
With Abra, you just got to fucking just throw a Hail Mary.
You just got to throw a Hail Mary.
Hit him with an Ultra Ball as fast as possible.
Like, catching him early game is almost impossible.
Yeah, it's tough.
You got to kind of go back after you got your feet wet a little bit.
Feebas. That's the hardest. So, nope. Okay, so Feebas is basically the female equivalent of Magikarp that turns into
Goldie.
Melodic.
Or Melodic.
Yeah,
Milotic, my bad.
Milotic, yeah. So Feebas...
Milotic is beautiful, by the way.
For sure. That's like its power is that it's like too beautiful.
I love Milotic.
Let me see. So I don't exactly remember the story, but like in order to catch Feebas, you gotta like go to a specific. Okay, it says here. Can only be found on Route 119 and can only be found in one of 6 tiles.
Holy crap!
So that just
ridiculous.
means it does, like, you know, like the square,
Yes.
like
that's ridiculous.
and it's random and it only appears once. So like
You blow it. That's how.
like
bruh,
what?
But that's how these games were. Like, it's common knowledge when you play the older games when you were growing up. You save right before everything because you only get one shot at catching Rayquaza. If he Rayquaza, however you say it. If he kills you or you kill him, it's a wrap. You can't catch him again.
Over
Same thing with the Groudon, Kyogre. Same thing with all the legendaries. You get one shot. You better save your game right when you get to them. Yeah, bro. Like, them games just get a little crazy. I'm surprised that we were able to do so much without looking stuff up.
Actually, let me modify that. Feebas is not hard to catch. He's very easy to catch.
It's hard to locate.
To find.
Yeah. Same with like Kyogre. You have to first. You got to go see the weather guy, and he tells you, "Oh, there's a rainstorm in this area." So you got to go to that area. You got to surf there. Then you got to find the little dark parts of water because you got to dive and you got to go underwater, and then you got to find the underwater cave, and then you got to, you know what I'm saying, and then you got to find them in the underwater cave, and it's like. And then if you take too long, the storm lets up, and then he's somewhere else. So,
I remember that.
Yeah.
And with Groudon, it's like the sun is out.
Yeah,
and
it's the drought or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. So
I remember for some reason that used to creep me out. Like the music was really fucking weird.
Yeah, because when you got to the area, the music got a little dark.
It was like intense. Like, what the fuck's going on? Y'all all right over here?
For sure. But yo, man, it's time to do something that I have been wanting to do for the last 2 weeks.
Hey.
If you have not seen episode 4, we got double trouble. Winter Soldier, Falcon,
Yes, sir.
freaking mayhem.
Falcon freaking mayhem.
We got 2 reviews of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Episode 4 and 5. If you haven't seen them, you should pause it and watch them or skip. Come back. We're about to talk about it. Let's start with episode 4. What do you think of episode 4, man? Finally getting to see
yes.
kind of the makings of U.S. Agent and him snapping, losing his mind a little bit. What do you think of episode 4?
So I'm getting them a little bit blurred together. Episode 4.
Episode 4.
This is when he fought the Durmalage, got his ass whooped, and then took the serum. Right?
He got little dogged.
Yeah, bruh. Oh my god.
Little dogged.
By these fearsome ass black women.
Let's go.
That completely just wiped the floor. Bro,
They don't have jurisdiction here.
I'm not going to even disrespect them by trying to do an accent, but you know what she said.
The Dora Milaje.
Right, bro. You know what she said.
Have jurisdiction wherever we want.
Wherever we find ourselves to be.
Wherever. And then.
Yeah, so look, they whooped his ass so bad that it like drove him crazy. It like drove him into depression. Like, damn, he was like, they weren't even super soldiers.
Get activated.
That's what they did to that nigga, bro. That's what they did to John Walker. They hit him with every single thing on the soundboard and blew that nigga's mind away to the point where he went crazy. Drove him into literal insanity because he got his ass whooped so bad.
That was fantastic.
He was like, y'all can't, they not even super soldiers. I'm trash, dog.
I thought, loved it.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. I also, I really loved the fact that because it kind of shows you, I thought Bucky got a big wake up call when they undid his arm.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like
they turned his shit off.
Because it's like you thought you had found some peace here, but guess what? We still didn't trust you. And now look at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now look at you. Like now we're having to use this built-in kind of security system that we
they
put
put the cheat code in and turned his whole arm off.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Powered that nigga down.
Loved that. I thought episode 4 was cool, man. I liked you kind of. I mean, John was driving me crazy in that episode, but I do like that you can kind of see that Sam. He does want to. He's being like Cap. He's playing the role of, let's not kill these people because they kind of want the same things that we want. They're just, going about it in the worst way possible, which is the murder way.
Murder.
You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I thought we got some good little flag smasher moments. And then obviously at the end, you get John snapping. You get, what's the girl's name? Forget her name.
Carly.
Yeah, Carly.
Morgenstern or something.
Yeah, you get Carly Morgan, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
You get her. She accidentally kills Battlestar, which Black dies. Frustrating. But she kills him, and John snaps, runs down her boy, and just kind of brutally murders him in front of tons of cell phone cameras after he took the serum. So let's go back, right? The Dora Milaje actually whipped him into taking the serum.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
He realized, like, damn, I can't even beat these women. I can't beat Bucky. I can't beat Falcon, and he's just a regular dude with some wings.
Right. And Falcon be kind of scrapping a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Though.
No, he got hands.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed
I'm a big fan of, I guess I would call it like proportional usage of the jetpack. Like, let me use it real quick to get some lift and get the spin kick off, and then turn it off.
Super spin kick.
Yeah.
Or like the wing attack.
Yeah, bro. Love it. So, yeah, I loved episode 4. I thought it was dope. And I I have one gripe with this show, man. And look, yeah, here we go.
Well, actually,
but it's just Bucky, man. Like I'm a Winter Soldier fan, bro. I'm a big Winter Soldier fan, and I'm just not like his character is fine. His character is good. His character development is excellent. Sebastian Stan does a great job playing him and everything. It's just the fighting for me. Like if you read any of the comic books, even if you watched Winter Soldier the movie, like. It's common knowledge that Bucky, Winter Soldier, is Cap's equal. He's his equal in fighting and in speed. He fights him to a standstill in the comic book multiple times. Like he's supposed to be this amazing hand-to-hand combatant, and I have just not seen that in this show yet.
Yeah.
And it's a little frustrating for me because I really felt like after watching his character kind of just get diminished so hard after his movie and then after Civil War. And then he just kind of was shooting guns and that was it. Like
his best move was using Rocket as a sidearm.
Right. And the biggest in Infinity War, which, I thought he was going to be doing a lot more. And so his character I thought his character really, 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 really needed some redemption as far as the action goes, and I just have not got that in this show. So that's been a little frustrating for me. I did love episode 4. Now let's get into episode 5.
Yeah, man. Episode 5 was, now we got to see the repercussions, right? After John has to face a court. He actually didn't get a court martial, but he had to face a judge. Which is this echoes the comic, but flipped, right? This actually is what the government tried to do to Cap.
Yes,
that created that created
U.S. Agent. Yeah, after Civil War.
Yeah, and Cap, which is interesting because Cap said like one of his beefs was like, bro, I am not a military like figure anymore.
Right.
Like Captain America is not a title. Like that's. Y'all think it is, but I don't. Nigga, y'all can have that shit. I'm still Steve Rogers.
Right.
So I'm about to throw on this new outfit, the black and red. Y'all can give the Cap title to y'all's dog, which is the Super Patriot, who was already super. He actually got his powers from the Power Broker in the comics. Yeah. Was already super powered. Became the new Cap. Was already an egotistical, cheating, lying bastard. And then Cap came back and whooped his ass. Whoop the Captain America out of him, and then John Walker actually takes Cap's old uniform and then becomes U.S. Agent.
Right.
So it's a little they're echoing that moment where he gets stripped of the Captain America title, and I imagine that what's going to happen in episode 6 is that you'll get the introduction of U.S. Agent as his new alter ego. But it was cool though, man. And so there was a lot of interesting stuff that happened that was like comic specific, right? So you got Falcon, right, passing on the wings to the Mexican or to the Latin kid, who I don't remember his name, but I think he becomes Falcon in the comic book once Sam becomes Captain America.
Yeah.
He becomes Falcon in the comics. So that's why he said keep the wings. You get Sam training with the Shield, which was really, really dope. I love to see that montage. Like he's getting nice with it.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was my favorite part of this episode. I really loved also kind of Bucky finding the same piece he found in Wakanda. He kind of found it with Sam's family. So I thought that was really dope too.
And they kind of made up. They had their little I'm too cool to say you're my dog, but but clearly we're best friends now type shit.
Right.
So that was dope. And so we got a showdown happening.
And the fight.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we got a couple of awesome fights and lead up into an amazing, what could be an amazing final episode. But yeah, the scraps, bro. So who do we have? We had
Sam and Bucky basically.
Yeah,
you don't want to do this.
Sam and Bucky versus Super John Walker.
Super John.
So I thought
this was one of the. This is another reason why I was getting frustrated with the Bucky's character. Bucky should be able to wash
He should have beat John Walker's ass.
Bucky should have been watching him, and Sam should have been trying to make him stop him from killing him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, in my opinion, that's how that fight should have gone. Bucky should be able to stomp John Walker. But
yeah. So that part was cool. It was still a cool fight. I liked to see some of them arts that were martial that were happening. That was cool.
That was dope. Sam, I told you, man. Sam, he's been really dope in this show. But also, man, like let's keep it real. The best part of this episode was the blackness.
Yeah.
The Marvel had some. They really got into some. Systemic racism stuff with what's my man's name?
Isaiah Bradley.
With Isaiah Bradley, and I love the scene when Sam went over there and he kind of told him everything that was happening. And, I would have really liked to get some flashbacks, though.
Sure.
When he was talking about all that stuff.
Okay, so here's an interesting question that I was trying to figure out as I was watching this. Do we have a read? Because I think in the comics, and I'm actually not sure about the comics either. I'm curious about the timeline of Isaiah Bradley. Was he pre-cap or post-cap?
Yeah.
Because they make it seem like they used Isaiah Bradley in the Tuskegee experiments to get the formula right. So if that's the case, was he before cap? And if that's true,
now when you say after cap, you mean after cap?
After he went on ice, yeah.
Okay,
I think what happens is I think it's after cap. I think it's after cap goes on ice
because they're trying to recreate
it.
Yeah.
And because the thing that draws that together is because the only reason why he knows Bucky is because Isaiah Bradley fought him.
Yeah.
And that would have had to been after Cap was on ice.
100%. Oh, nice.
So we had the little deduction.
Nice connection,
you know
man.
what I'm saying, guys?
Also, I love the scene with Bucky kind of turning Zemo over to the Dora Milaje. And I mean, one of my favorite Easter eggs that I picked up was the mentioning of the raft, right?
Yeah.
Really, if you guys don't know what that is, it's a very well-known supervillain prison in Marvel.
It's in space.
It's in the negative zone, right? Or is it in space?
Oh, you know what? I know it's not on Earth. I think. Okay, so in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I think it's in space. You remember? There's a level you gotta
where you gotta go there.
But it could be in the negative zone.
Either in the negative zone or in space, but it is a very well-known supervillain.
Internet isn't right.
Maximum security prison, and it's pretty dope, and they hold some big dogs in there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
A lot of Spider-Man villains end up in there.
All of the Spider-Man villains end up in there. So I think it would be really dope to get Zemo getting dropped off. In the next episode, I'd love to see Zemo getting kind of dropped off at the raft, and maybe maybe we see Baron Strucker, some other Hydra goons. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope. Or maybe even like some Easter eggs, like some MODOK. You know what I'm saying? He's a frequent visitor of the raft. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wait, it's saying here that it's actually it's on Earth. It's in the.
Is it?
Yeah, that it's literally.
I swear, I always thought it was.
Bro, I thought it was
zone.
in space too, or somewhere that wasn't on Earth.
Yeah. I don't agree with that.
Let me see here. On a separate island at Rikers Island prison.
What is it? I didn't know that. I thought it was always somewhere else too.
We could be getting it confused with the Phantom Zone in DC, which is a similar thing, but they literally just throw all their villains into a different dimension.
Yeah, but there is a prison in the negative zone though, because that's what Hank Pym. He sends. He made it.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying. But I don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
Okay, I guess not. I guess we were wrong.
Hey,
but,
actually,
but yeah, man. So, is there any other show that you're watching besides Falcon and Winter Soldier right now?
I am slowly watching Invincible.
I've seen a lot of people haven't watched it, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it.
Hey, dog. I'll just tell you this: I didn't have no expectations and was shocked at the end of the first episode. I did not see any of that shit coming.
Okay.
Here's one thing, one last little pet peeve of mine about Falcon and the Winter, and this just goes to show you just how particular I am, dog. You remember the scene where right before Sam goes to talk to Isaiah Bradley and he's back in Baltimore and Eli Bradley is playing basketball out with his homie?
Yeah.
Why y'all got that boy on TV shooting air balls, man? Did you see that shit? That shit, I was offended at that. He shot 2 air balls in a row. Just complete non-hooper.
Cut.
Right. Like,
let him hit the shots.
But like,
or
don't even have him playing because he clearly couldn't hoop.
He clearly couldn't hoop, man.
He clearly was not a guy.
We can't all play basketball, man.
Bruh, it was like the script said, "Hey, shoot hoops," and he was like, "But I don't
hoop."
And then just I couldn't get, and it happened in the background.
They could have been playing catch with a football,
right, football, whatever, just chilling.
They could have been chilling with no ball.
Yeah, they could have just been talking.
Goodness gracious,
right. Don't nobody play basketball in the middle of the night with no light outside? And it's certainly not in Michigan. Maybe they do that shit in Louisiana, but they don't do that shit where I grew up at all. Niggas used to. You can't shoot. No wonder he's shooting air ball. You can't see. You know, I hated playing basketball outside when it got dark.
Yeah, that was
now that I'm thinking more about it, it's like I have never even that whole trick of hey, like get your car and turn like that shit doesn't work.
It doesn't work. No,
it does. Like the only time I played outside, I was at Camp Tamarack at my family reunion, and they had it was kind of dope actually. They had like a outdoor court that had like a big amphitheater dome over the top of it.
That is
with
fire.
With like a light system. It was actually really dope.
I've played at a court like that before, which I used to play in a league. They had a night league up there, but there was a lot of lights though. The lights were on the court, so it worked out. But don't have the young man on TV shooting air balls. What's wrong with you guys?
You know,
on Disney Plus and Marvel show.
You know, I'm a proponent of bloody cash only. So
right.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, come on, guys. But yeah, bro, I actually. So I went back and I started watching one of my favorite Marvel cartoons. I realized that Disney Plus has all of them. Marvel cartoons. So you know what? I started watching the Spider-Man show from the 90s. Yo,
fire. Amazing.
Obviously I loved it already, but I haven't seen it in so long.
Yep.
It aged so well.
Bro,
I was like shocked at how I remembered it being good.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my brother used to obsess over it. We used to record it and everything. But just seeing how well it aged just made me really happy. It's so good.
That's the Spider-Man I'm most familiar with.
Me too.
That's the one I grew up with.
We always, same here, me and you always talk about, like, if you want to see a good symbiote story on the Venom symbiote, you got to watch that. Even the Secret Wars, they do like the little Secret Wars story
they
on there.
do.
It's crazy,
and you
man.
know, okay, so here's a deep-ass cut, bro. Check this out. That Secret Wars arc was one of the first hints at how powerful Storm was.
100%.
You remember when he picked Storm, he was like, I need somebody that can, even though, I mean, it was a little bit of a stretch. Like,
right.
Storm is obviously no match for the Beyonder, but Spider-Man gave the Queen her flowers and said, I need somebody who is powerful enough to try to match the Beyonder, and he picked Storm specifically.
Yeah, that's fire.
And this was like in the mid-90s.
This is in the 90s, bro.
People weren't talking about
90s.
You know, and Storm just got acknowledged as an Omega level in like 2016.
Right.
Or 2018 maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. And on top of that, bro, like, just this show had the best cameos ever.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, X-Men, Doctor Doom,
Blade,
Punisher, Morbius, Venom, Carnage, all the Spider-Man villains, War Machine. I think
Morbius had his
Man's in it. Morbius had his own arc that was like 10 episodes.
Bro, it was so long, dog.
That's the funny thing is when I was a kid, I remember that arc being on forever.
I actually don't like it kind of because it was on so much.
So long. And that's the one where Spider-Man turns into like an actual spider.
Yep. And then there's like the crazy doppelganger with the super with like 6 arms.
Mm-hmm.
It was all kind of wild shit.
There's all types of crazy, deep stuff going on there. Yep. But again, like this, for everybody who liked Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker, like sit down.
Yeah.
Peter Parker was never yes, he was smart, and yes, he was very intelligent. He got good grades, but he was never. There's a difference between being like a science genius and like a weeb, complete. Not even that, just a dweeb. Like he was just a dweeb in those movies.
That's what. So we obviously
girls
talked about
like
this
Peter
a lot.
Parker. They love Peter Parker.
So like, here's what a actually motherfucker will tell you. They will say, hey, when Peter Parker first came out in high school, he was a loser and blah, blah, blah. Like, sure, but like those comics were like in the 70s, bro.
He's
like,
in college in that show.
Right, he's in college. He's much cooler. He's much more confident. He's like an adult a little bit. And so we talked, Edmund and Josh and I talked about this. And I agree with you 100%. Like, they both are bigger fans of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man than me. And to their like, they think that he did a good job with like the nerdy whatever. And I get it, but for me, man, there's a difference between being a nerd and somebody who's smart, or somebody who may even be like socially unpopular, right? Or socially like inept. That's one thing, but to be a completely helpless loser is that's just a
reach, man.
Man, and it's also, in my opinion, it's a disrespectful depiction of what like nerds are, right? Like,
I agree with that
because
as well.
And Tobey Maguire's whole character revolved around him being helpless and just pathetic,
right? Like
in other shows, like you get to see when you really want to truly develop a quote unquote nerdy character. You get to part of the reason why they become protagonists and heroes is that you get, you sort of get endeared to them or with them once you get a chance to see other parts of their personality. Right. Oh, he's like a super cool artist, or like he's good with fucking Legos or whatever, right? Like you get to see something about on the inside that of course you, the audience, can see, but the rest of the world doesn't see that. The rest of the world might see them as helpless, but you get to see, oh, that guy's actually kind of cool.
Right.
And you root for him in a way that like you have his back when he's getting bullied by the outside world. Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker didn't have none of that. He was just a fucking hopeless, fucking pathetic loser that you kind of were like, man, fuck Tobey. Man, fuck him. I would also like to beat his ass. Let's all beat up Spider-Man because he sucks. Right? You got Miles Morales. He made beats. He was like
beats,
right, bro. Him and his homie were making a video game.
I think Miles Morales might be a little too cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, you right. My bad. They're totally.
He's literally the coolest person ever.
Yeah, like I don't even think he was ever a loser.
Bro, my man speaks Spanish, sign language,
right?
Makes beats,
right?
Scientific genius,
right?
Spider-Man,
right? All of that shit. even they could have done more with like and Josh and I talked about this. If they had a focus more on Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker being a technological genius,
it would have been way better.
It would have been so much better.
100%.
Like, hey, there's something about him that's kind of cool that like I can like get attached to. But he was just fucking pathetic. Fuck you, Peter Parker.
Pathetic. All right, man. It's time for one of our favorite parts of the show.
The dog just said, "Fuck y'all, I'm gone."
Cloud just bounced.
Cloud, what's up, man? Where'd you go? You go upstairs?
There. Doing something. There he is.
Oh.
It's time for You Can Only Pick 3.
Let's do it.
I know 2 of yours. I do not know what your third one is.
Okay, let's pull it up. Let's see what we got. We're going to
stay on the Marvel topics right now.
Let me pull up the stuff on my computer. Oh,
we're gonna sticking with some Marvel.
Yeah, dog.
Topics here.
You already know, goddamn it.
I know 2 of yours.
Yeah, dog.
But this is a good one, man. We've been talking about Marvel. We got some Marvel villains here. You can only pick 3. Kind of a random pick. Obviously, some top tier villains here, but still some random ones. No Thanos. We've gotten plenty of Thanos lately. So no Thanos on here, but we got
this is fire.
We got some dope Marvel villains. You can only pick 3. What are you looking at here, my
friend? All right, dog. Hold up, nigga. Off top. I know, dog. Hey, the Honorable Reverend Dr. Hold on, bro. The Honorable Reverend Dr. Eric Lyncher, Magnus X. God damn it. Number one keeper off top. You already know. Let's go, dog. By any means necessary, god damn it. Mutant liberation.
Man.
They trying to put you behind bars, brother. They ain't gonna never poker prod me ever again. Let's go, dog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. Okay. So so I definitely see okay. All right, so now next, obviously enough said about Magneto. That's one of my favorite fictional characters ever of all time.
Right.
Obviously my number one. So then we got number two. I mean, not my number two, but the next person is Kang the Conqueror, who is a super powerful time traveling villain who you find out in the comics, like are sweaty, is actually Reed Richards' like great grandson or some weird shit like that.
Crazy.
Cool character. He's already been casted in the MCU, so we know we're gonna see him soon. Not gonna be the next big bad, but he's gonna be the next sort of mid boss, I think, of the MCU.
Okay. Oh, I like that. That's a good good term.
I still think God Doom is gonna be the next Thanos level character.
Okay.
But I like Kang as a multi. We might see him over the course of 2 or 3 movies type boss.
Word.
Then we got. I know this is one of your guys, the Taskmaster.
Let's go.
Hands and feet
Yes.
to the T. I mean, his power is literally that he will watch you fight and immediately steal your moves.
Yes.
And like can do it as good
Just
or better
like Cap.
than you, right? He was also my favorite character in Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah, bro. He was awesome
fire in that game. Okay, here. All right. Minor spoiler warning. And it's not a spoiler. This is just my theory. My theory is that Taskmaster will be. I mean, we know he's going to be in.
Yeah, I kind of had the same theory.
Yeah,
as you.
I think Taskmaster is going to be Widow's like sister or whatever that character is.
I really thought that too, but there's a scene in the trailer where they're in it at the same time.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
And it kind of debunked it.
Okay.
Because I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking they were going to twist it up, make it a female, and
gender swap.
Yeah, and then I mean, it could still be, but there's a scene in the trailer that has them both in it at the same time, and it kind of threw off the theory a little bit.
All right, so then number 4, we've got, I don't know why I'm counting these, but the next person we've got is Carnage.
It's literally the first time you've ever done that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever. This new thing. Cletus Cassidy. I think that's his
Psychopath.
name. Cletus Cassidy. Yeah. Straight up crazy person. Venom, or the technically the son of Venom, right? The offspring of the Venom symbiote.
A little crazier.
All the way crazy. Bonded with a fucking literal serial killer psychopath, mass murderer. So Carnage technically is more powerful than Venom. More on Venom to come. Then we got Dr. Doom. Now look, Dr. Doom is cold, man. My theory is that Dr. Doom will end up being, they're going to do a Secret Wars type thing where he's going to end up with the Beyonder's power and be some version of God Doom, because that's kind of the only thing they can do that steps up.
That would step up
over
Thanos.
Thanos, right?
Agreed.
And Dr. Doom, I mean, look, he's one of the dopest characters ever. I'm flirting with him being my second keeper, but we'll see. And I have interesting feelings about Dr. Doom, right? Like, I think we kind of joke about Dr. Doom needing to be white because he's got some...
Because he's got some colonizer to him.
A little bit, man. Like, Because, all right, so somebody, I saw on Facebook, somebody was like, who would you rather be the leader of your country? Magneto, Dr. Doom, or I think... Namor was maybe somebody else.
Namor's racist. He flooded Wakanda.
He is.
Next question.
Everybody kept saying Doom, and I'm like, all right, like, let's be careful now. If you are a Latvian, if you're a Latvian in Eastern Europe, and we already know how Eastern European people look like.
Yep.
If you're one of those folks, then yeah, you'll be living a lap of luxury. But if you're anybody else, nigga. Dr. Doom ain't necessarily thinking about your black ass. So I don't know, but I fuck with Dr. Doom though. I love his villain character of like super arrogant, just like superior. Badass.
Yeah, like a lot of like this. The thing I love most about Doom is he only gets his hands dirty when absolutely necessary, and he will literally walk away from things that are quote unquote beneath him. You know what I'm saying?
And Doom is not afraid. Doom is teamed up with heroes. Often.
For sure. Because he is aware that the end of Earth is the end of him as well.
Right.
If there's an otherworldly threat, he'll help, or he'll just kind of. Here, this is how you identify the scrolls. Bye.
Right. Y'all niggas figure that shit out. The only thing that be getting Doom fucked up is that he has. I was about to say I talked to Rob from fucking Comics Explained, but I was listening to Rob, and he has this theory about Doom where he says that like in any reality, Doom is always going to try to attain absolute power. And because of that, he ends up stepping in shit usually because he like, whoops, kind of, right, and then bites off more than he can chew. But I fuck with Doom though. Okay, this is where it's gonna come down to a 4-minute. All right, let me just stop playing. I'll come back to Apocalypse. Then we got my second keeper immediately is Venom. Fucking love Venom, bro. I love Venom. I don't know what about this character. He's always been one of my favorite characters. I love the fact that he's sort of an anti-hero, like bordering on even more good than bad.
Now, especially now with Flash Thompson,
Agent Venom, and the whole like
I see it, we can do whatever we
I love it. I love that movie, bro. That movie was
surprisingly not trash.
Man, it was, and then everybody was, it was stupid, and like, bro, that movie was intentionally funny.
Bro,
it was
a comic book movie. It's funny on purpose.
Absolutely. I love the character. I think he has a super cool design. Like he's kind of creepy, crazy, but he's also like buff and like powerful. Just a super cool character. He's like, even in the comic books, he's got like a smart mouth. He's funny. Just a really good foil, a really good opposite for Spider-Man. So I'm a big fan of Venom. I'm interested. I think that I heard somewhere that one of the latest Miles Morales runs has him with the black suit, and I'm super interested in that. I've always wanted to see a black suit Miles with the Venom symbiote, so that'll be super cool. Venom also has a bunch of kids, right? Like, so Carnage is one of them, but there's also a bunch of other
symbiotes.
The symbiote,
the
like
yellow, what is it?
Scream, Siren,
yeah.
A Flange or some weird shit.
Anti-Venom, the white
and black one. So so there, those are the offspring of Venom, and then there's actually another one that's the offspring of Carnage. Fuck, what is his name? He looks fucking cool too. He's black and he's blue and red. Oh man, I can't remember his name, but he is actually, so like the thing about the symbiotes is like each generation is more powerful than the next. So this guy, man, I can't remember his name. He's actually like way more powerful than both Venom and Carnage. And like I remember Carnage tried to team up with Venom because he was scared of the baby symbiote who ended up joining with damn it, I keep almost remembering his name, but he's gone. He ends up joining with a guy who was a cop, and he becomes like a good guy kind of, and he beats the shit out of Venom, out of Carnage. And Venom found a way to, like, if Venom was already kind of turning face at this point, so he was like, hey bro, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit, y'all ain't handle that. So anyways, yeah, Venom's my second keeper.
Boom.
Then we got Galactus. I like Galactus, right? I think he's a cool character. He's born with the universe, the sole survivor of the universe that existed before the Big Bang, and was birthed as like a primal force of the universe, right? This is my wheelhouse. I love the cosmic characters.
Right.
But he's never been one of my favorite characters, so he's not going to be on my list here. I fuck with the Juggernaut heavy. Famously for the skit back in the 2000s, we all had a kick out of that. Juggernaut though, man, the Juggernaut is I think he's a legit. There aren't too many people in Marvel Comics that's a legitimate match for the Hulk. but the Juggernaut is one.
Yeah, he's
The Juggernaut. And a lot of people try to say the Thing or fucking Colossus, bro.
No.
The Thing, the Hawk ain't even checking for neither one of them niggas. But when it comes to the Juggernaut fought. I think this is Juggernaut with the Sidorak stone like all the way unlocked.
yeah, bro.
He fought World War Hawk to a standstill.
He's a house.
And World War Hawk is a fucking, or World Breaker Hawk is a damn near universal level threat,
right.
bro. Like, so he beat the shit out of Black Bolt. He beat the shit out of the Sentry. I mean, so the Juggernaut is not to be trifled with. So anyways, I don't think he's gonna make my list either. So here's what it comes down to, because there's one last person I didn't talk about yet. And that's Insabad Noor. The first mutant, goddammit. Apocalypse.
Hey, so many good stories around this guy.
He's probably the next most frequent X-Men villain outside of Magneto.
Yeah.
Age of Apocalypse is a fucking cool story. With his 4 horsemen, all of that shit. He's got a really interesting. I don't know where. I was going to say I don't know where he is now, but he had disappeared for a long time because Apocalypse had a bunch of powers to start. He was like immortal and had like shifting powers, but he got a lot of his powers from the Celestials. They came in like he found a bunch of celestial technology back in ancient times and like adapted it to his body. Then he disappeared for a long time because the Celestials came and got that nigga. They came and like said, "Hey, come here, let's talk." But he came back recently and actually joined with the whole Krakoa storyline with how the mutants just seceded and got their own like country. Apocalypse actually came to the table. So X and Magneto approached him like, "Hey, how you feel, bro? Like, you gonna attack us or how you feeling about this?" And Apocalypse was like, "Nah, bro. Like, I'm actually smooth. Like, the only thing I ever wanted for y'all was I was all about the survival of the fittest. I wanted y'all niggas to live up to your to your potential. That's all I ever really wanted. And what I'm seeing here, I fuck with it. He gave them the stamp of approval and like joined forces with the like leadership table of Krakoa, which is really cool. So with that all in mind, it's going to come down to a 2-man vote between Dr. Doom and Insabad Noor, Apocalypse. And I'm going to surprise some people, I think I'm going to go Dr. Doom.
Hey.
And the reason why is because I think I have more experiences with Doom than even though I know a shit ton about Apocalypse, I've had a lot of like stories with him. I just feel like Doom is a little bit more tangible. He's a little bit more present. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Apocalypse will be around and cause a bunch of mayhem and then just disappear for like 20 years.
For a little crossover event and then he's out of the picture for a long time.
Right.
Age of Apocalypse, fire though.
Super fire.
There's also a really good Uncanny X-Force story that I used to love where Apocalypse dies and he's going to be reborn into a child.
Yep.
And
he's a student.
Yeah, and the X-Force has to... they have to. Well, basically, their mission. If you don't know, the X-Force is kind of like the black ops of the X-Men. Like they do all the dirty
all
stuff,
the wet work.
Yeah, and they actually their mission is to kill the kid. And believe it or not, Deadpool.
Okay,
of all
I thought it was Wolverine. It was Deadpool.
It was Deadpool who was kind of like.
Maybe we shouldn't kill this nigga.
We're supposed to kill this kid. And for Deadpool to speak up,
yep,
that's kind of nuts.
I do remember that.
He is a psycho. But yeah, man, good story. Apocalypse has some really dope stories. I love his design. Especially loved his look in the 90s, man.
Yeah, man. They made it seem like Apocalypse was like the most powerful villain ever in that show.
Yes,
he was totally OP.
In the cartoon, he was super OP.
Also, a fun fact about Apocalypse, he has a very close relationship with Cable. I'm sure a lot of sweaties know that. But there's an interesting version, there's an alternate version of Cable who was born outside of the Age of Apocalypse, and so he was never infected with the techno-organic virus and becomes X-Man, who is basically Cable using his full Omega level potential, because Cable, for as powerful as he is, he's using like 98% of his power to keep the techno-organic
virus from killing him.
Yeah, and so imagine, you get to see a version of Cable that doesn't have to do that, and he's like Jesus. Like, he's literally like, hey, he's not Franklin Richards powerful, but he's one of the most powerful mutants ever. Like, he is a super Omega level telepath and telekinetic. I mean, like on Jean Grey and like wait, who's an Omega level telekinetic? It's Jean Grey. Apparently, it's just an Omega level telepath. I don't know. I can't think of it off the top, but he's super powerful at both. I always thought that Jean Grey was more powerful as a telekinetic, but according to Jonathan Hickman,
Emma Frost,
I'm sure she can do some telekinetics, but she's a telepath.
Oh, word.
I don't know, but whatever.
Okay, I had to make sure I was right. I didn't want to be. I was right. Yeah. Yep, about that story.
Yep.
Deadpool was
I remember that story.
Yeah, Phantom X is actually the one who pulls the trigger.
Yep.
And shoots him. He's a dope character, too. I wish
Best
he was
name ever for
Phantom X.
So fucking
fire.
cool.
And he looks dope, too.
Yeah.
I would.
And what is his power just like guns and scrap?
And you know what? No, he and I'm going to be really upset because Uncanny X-Force is one of my favorite.
He's got the healing factor, doesn't he?
It's one of my favorite stories, and I cannot think off the top of my head what he does. Like, what the heck does he do? Look it up.
Yeah, I'm about to look it up. What do we got here?
I know he has a healing factor, but there's something else that he does.
Oh, he's got a nervous system. Oh, he's got the EVA nervous system. Yeah. And so he's got it's like a computer system.
Yeah, and he flies like this weird organic like ship. It's weird, but it's really dope.
He's like linked to some biotech that like gives him a bunch of super abilities.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, he's a really cool character, man. I wish he was in more stuff.
And he can do this. I'm reading here that tech gives him the ability to do like short range reality manipulation where he can make illusions and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. He's dope. He looks dope too.
And he's the final. He's one of the later Weapon X experiments, right?
Yeah, he was. As far as I know, this Uncanny X-Force was one of the first times I had ever seen him. So the one from like 2010.
Yeah, he first appeared in 2002. So pretty new character.
Yeah, he's dope too. He got a dope design too. Yep. All right, let's go, man. You only picked 3. First, we got Magneto. I love Magneto, man. I was a big fan of the X-Men villains because of Magneto. Obviously, Malcolm X. Obviously, the iconic comic book where he pulls Wolverine's adamantium skeleton out of his body.
Wolverine didn't want that smoke, bro.
No, obviously
what
not.
What are you doing, bro?
It's a type advantage.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Heck no. Magneto's awesome. I love Magneto.
Also, don't get it twisted, bro. Magneto's power is not just magnetism. He's got power
over the entire
whole electro. Him and Static Shock
field,
got the same power. It's just that Magneto's more skilled at it.
Yeah, agreed. We got Kang the Conqueror, another dope character who we should be seeing here pretty soon.
Ant-Man 3.
Time Traveler. His story's dope too, man. He loses his wife to the Kree Skrull War, and his mission is kind of find the timeline and the person who caused it so he can stop it from happening, so he can preserve his wife.
And it's Reed, right?
Yeah, and he's a dope character. Well, I don't remember. I thought it was. Is it Reed? I think it is Reed.
It's somebody
it's
involved
either Reed or
in the Fantastic Four. Somebody there.
But he's a really dope character, man. If you watch Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, he's got his stories in there. It's awesome. But in there it's Cap, and then it turns out the Cap was a Skrull. That show's so good. You guys gotta watch it. And then we got my first keeper.
Hey,
Taskmaster. Photographic reflexes. Awesome power. He's a villain, but he's so good at what he does. He's contracted by S.H.I.E.L.D. all the time to train their people.
He's just a merc.
He's just
after the bread, bro.
He's like Deadpool. He's just a merc,
just
trying to get paid. really dope fighter, smart. He's had some solo runs that have been fire. Loved him in the Secret Avengers from a few years ago. He was a really dope add to that team.
Has he ever had any scraps with Deadpool? I imagine.
Yes, a lot. Yeah. In Cable, the original Deadpool, actually, bro, in the very first Deadpool run from the 90s, which I love, in issue number 2, he kidnaps Weasel, I think, and Deadpool has to go fight him. It's really dope. And if you don't know, like, the whole thing with Taskmaster and Deadpool is that Deadpool is kind of his weakness because he can't. Deadpool is too unpredictable for him to, you know.
What am I gonna do?
Deadpool's historically too unpredictable for him, so he always has trouble fighting Deadpool. But yeah, they got some good scraps, and they also go at it in Cable and Deadpool series from the early 2000s, which is fire. The Cable and Deadpool like joint series together. That's very good too, and they have some moments in that book as well. But yeah, I'm super excited to see Taskmaster in the Black Widow movie. Like, he's a big part of why he or she, whatever they decide to do with the character, but his character is a big reason why I'm excited to see that movie. So that's my first keeper, Taskmaster. Then we got Carnage. I was just what I wanted to say that I forgot to say when I was saying I was watching the old Spider-Man cartoon. As a whole, does Spider-Man have the best villains like in all of comic books?
He really does have a dope like rogue gallery. Right. It's between him. I know we're not a huge Batman fan, but they got crazy.
Spider-Man's got Venom, Carnage, Dr. Octopus, the
Kraven
the Hunter, the Lizard, Green Goblin, Hobgoblin,
Lizard.
Yep. Morbius,
Shocker,
Mysterio.
God damn,
Mysterio. Yeah, there's so many because Rhino. You got
right.
Sinister Six, but then there's even more. Kingpin.
Bro, there's like 12 members of the Sinister Six.
There's like honorary members, and you got Kingpin. He's got a lot of villains that are really
the whole
good,
of New York.
Yeah, I love it. Then we got Carnage Man, Psycho. I'm excited to see him in the Venom movie. Yeah, I mean, never been the biggest Carnage fan, but like just one of those characters who I hate him, but it's because
he's terrifying.
It's because he's a good character though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like when you hate a heel in wrestling. Yeah. Like, they're doing their job.
I used to be straight up afraid of Carnage. He's just a horrifying looking villain.
Yeah, he looks
Riot.
That's
his name.
That's the one.
That is Carnage's son's name is Riot, and he beats the dog shit out of Carnage.
That's pretty impressive that you were able to think of that.
I mean, it just came to me. I've been trying to think about it for a long time.
We got Dr. Doom.
Let me fact check right quick.
We got Dr. Doom, the Latvian dictator. I love Doom, man. Not just because of MF Doom. Shout out to Doom.
Shout out to Doom. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Doom. But also because he's...
Oh, fuck. I think I'm wrong.
He's just... he's an awesome villain, man. And like I said before, he's just... I love how things are beneath him. And, you know, he'll help out if necessary for the greater good of planet Earth. So Doom is going to be my second keeper.
Strong.
Let's go.
Toxin. That was his name.
Toxin.
Yes.
Okay.
And I am right. I just fact checked. It's Toxin.
Then we got my man Invincible. We got Apocalypse. Horrifying. So good in the 90s. Would love to see more of his character now. But I do love Apocalypse. Definitely was like just presented as this huge big bad in the 90s in the comic books and in the show. And Age of Apocalypse is a dope storyline as well. Then we got Venom. I love this character too, man. I love all versions. Eddie Brock, Flash Thompson with the Agent Venom is fire. I would love to see them kind of I would love to see them kind of adapt that for the next Venom movie, the Flash Thompson version. I mean, you could still do it even with Tom Hardy. Yeah. Why not? I think it would be dope. Then we got Galactus, man. The universal threat.
Right.
Galactus. I mean, I like Galactus. I think the concept of his character is really dope. I think he looks sweet. when he shows up, it's always a fun time and time to gather all the troops. You know what I'm saying?
Because if he shows up, y'all in trouble more than likely.
So he's dope.
If you get that visit from Silver Surfer, and all of a sudden your sky is darkened.
Yeah, I think it would be. I would like to see him properly presented in the MCU. I would be here for that. But we need a Silver Surfer movie, so let's go. If we get that, that'd be fantastic. Juggernaut, you talked about him earlier, man. Just a beast. I love Juggernaut. I love all the X-Men villains. X-Men's got good villains too, man. Like X-Men and Spider-Man. So it's gonna be between Venom and Magneto for me for my third keeper, dog.
Can't go wrong with either one, bro.
It's gonna be Venom or Magneto. I'm gonna go just because I picked Doom. I'm gonna go with Venom. I'm gonna go with Venom. So I'm gonna get the tic-tac-toe diagonal style with the Taskmaster, Dr. Doom, and Venom. Those are my three keepers. Boom.
Now I'm checking the time. And I'm fine. We missed an episode last week, so we can go longer this time around.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because now we got.
Yeah, but this tier list ain't gonna. It's not gonna hinder us like the last one did.
Okay. So a listener pointed out that we've somehow missed. We somehow missed Anakin Skywalker.
Hey, those pictures were small.
Right? Couldn't nobody see that shit, bro?
I couldn't see those pictures. Those pictures were tiny.
Yeah.
Those pictures were tiny. All right, man, let's go.
Yeah, I love it. Okay.
So we got the tier list this time. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. Last time we did, we ranked Jedi, and we had about 6,000 characters we couldn't even recognize. But this time, everybody loves starter Pokemon. We're gonna rank all the starters from Gen 1 through Gen 8. And Pokemon, we have their final evolutions here, right? Mm-hmm. But we're also gonna make sure we're gonna be we're just going to keep in mind that we're kind of judging all three of their stages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a whole.
All right. I think we're good. Okay.
All right. So. Let's get rid of the SS. I think if we just need S tier.
Right,
you know how to do that? Never mind.
Okay, I did it. It's all
right,
good.
boom.
Okay.
All right. What is that bottom one say?
Why this even exists? Please game end immediately.
All right, let's go, man. So let's start with the Kantos.
Kanto boys.
The Kantos. Who we got first up?
We got Venusaur.
Venusaur.
Dog, that was such a good impression, dog.
So all right, man, we got Venusaur. Venusaur was dope, man. If you're into competitive, man, I'm into competitive battling. He's really dope for competitive battling. He's a house type. He's a house.
Plant poison, or grass poison.
He's a house. My thing with Venusaur, man, is like I love Bulbasaur and I love Ivysaur. I don't know, man. It's just something about Venusaur that just his final.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting as a kid.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I just feel like in terms of their design, I think he's kind of the less one, but he's definitely not the weakest of the three. He's very strong. I Venusaur in A tier. Where would you put him?
I would put him somewhere between A and B tier. I think we should also get rid of A+.
Yeah, get rid of that. I didn't see that.
Just because, like,
I didn't see that there. But okay. I would go A tier for Venusaur, man.
All right, bro. So all right, let me start by saying this. The fact that he has trouble competitively is annoying. Because he should have dragon typing,
right?
And if he did, he would be
broken.
He would be broken. So I get why they didn't.
Yeah.
But just in terms of legacy, identity, in terms of like being
straight up, arguably the most probably iconic Pokemon out there next to Pikachu. Yeah,
we gotta put Charizard in S tier. No,
I have no objections. I get it. I know that it can be frustrating because he should be better and competitive, and he can be.
He can be.
There are ways that you can use him. You can breed. You can breed
Bellyzard.
Yeah, you can breed belly drum on him. But the fact that he doesn't have dragon typing it can be annoying.
The fact that he gets destroyed by rock
as well
really hurts.
Yeah.
But the good news is I think the X Mega Evolution does have dragon typing.
Yes, the black Charizard with the blue is very very good. So yeah, I'm not mad at that. I would go ahead as well. Throw your boy in the S tier. Then we got my guy, my favorite Kanto starter. Blastoise, love all three stages. I think out of these three Kanto starters, I think Blastoise, in my opinion, has the best all the way through. I love Squirtle, love Wartortle, love Blastoise. Blastoise can be he can be competitive. I mean, if you push, he can get Shell Smash now. Yep. Where it adds some speed. I wish he had dual typing. He should. I don't know why he doesn't.
I thought he had dark typing, but he doesn't.
He does not.
There was no dark at the time.
Yeah, he's just water. Totally now though, and in this gen, he should definitely have dual typing. But I love Blastoise. I put Blastoise in A tier. All right, we're moving on.
All right, man.
Gen 2 starters.
These are my least favorite starters.
Johto. I love Johto as a generation.
Oh, of course. That's my favorite generation, I think. But these starters
are some of my least favorite starters. Oh,
I think that the only one that's good is Totodile.
So we got to start with
Megumi.
Look, man.
Or I don't even know.
Meganium?
Yeah.
Okay. I love Chikorita is so cute.
Yeah.
Especially if you watch the anime, that anime, Johto League Champions and Johto Journeys or whatever. It's a whole new world. Be the best that you can be. But yeah, Chikorita is adorable in that show. I even love Bayleaf. Meganium is trash.
It's just a really bad.
In the game, she's not good. She doesn't do anything. You cannot use Meganium in competitive. Like, even if they, it's just the move pool's bad. The stats aren't good. You know what I mean?
No, just straight grass type.
Yeah, the stats aren't good. The move pool's not very good. I thought they had it going really well with Chikorita and Bayleaf, and then it was like Meganium.
Yeah.
I gotta put
I ain't gonna argue with
Meganium's got to go in the lowest tier. Sorry.
Meryl.
Then we got Typhlosion, man.
That's a cold ass name.
I think Typhlosion is one of the sweetest names. Cyndaquil.
I don't remember the middle.
That's his first one. The middle one is Quilava, something like that.
Quilava. Yep.
Yeah. I like Typhlosion. Not the. Typhlosion was not my. I didn't pick Typhlosion in this gen, but I did. Obviously, I played every Pokemon game at least twice all the way through, so I could play with multiple starters. Typhlosion is dope. I mean, I think he's mid as far as like a competitive Pokemon goes. I do like his design. I think he's cool. I liked him. I liked Cyndaquil in the anime.
Flaming Anteater.
I would put or like a
ferret.
Yeah, like a ferret or maybe even a badger. A badger. I would put Typhlosion in B tier. And then we got my favorite starter from Johto. We got Feraligatr or Totodile.
I think he's by far the best.
I think Totodile is adorable.
Yeah.
I think Feraligatr looks awesome. He looks like a mean, ferocious alligator, water type. I wasn't crazy about his mid form. He looked weird. It looked like a weird caveman thing. But I love Typhlosion, man. I would put Feraligatr. I would put Feraligatr. Ooh. Where did we put Typhlosion?
B tier. I agree that I would put them in B tier.
Okay, we can go B tier for Feraligatr. Oh boy.
Now we're into
the big stuff. Gen 3, hey bro. Look,
these are fantastic.
this is my favorite gen of Pokemon ever, period, ever. I think this is the 3 greatest starters, all viable and competitive. First, you got my guy Sceptile, one of my favorite all-time Pokemon, special attack goon. If you
speed,
fast special attack, if you run Sceptile in doubles battles, if you run him with like, what's his name? Torkoal, that little weird turtle.
This Shuckle.
No, not that one. The one with the
with the world on his back.
No. The little, I can't remember. I think he's the little turtle, but he's got he's like red kind of, and he has like the shell, but he's got like the little red on his back. I can't remember his name.
Is he a fire type?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
He's got like a volcano on his back. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
My thing was, you run those 2 together. He has drought, which brings the sun out. And Sceptile can hit
fucking solar
Sceptile
beam.
can hit solar beam without charging it
one
up.
hit. Yep.
Oh man, I love Sceptile, bro.
The stab solar beam.
Yeah, for sure, man. Awesome. I love Sceptile, man. When I was a kid, I picked him as my first starter. I know I talk a lot about Blaziken, but I picked Sceptile when I was a kid, and I picked him again when I just ran Emerald back. He's awesome. Love him. I was really disappointed when they did the remakes, and he didn't get the I thought that he's not even the remake. He's the only one that doesn't have dual typing, though, in this gen. Blaziken's firefighting, Mudkip is water ground.
Yep.
They did him dirty, but they made good on it, though, with the remakes. Alpha Sapphire, Mega Ruby, he finally gets that second typing with the Mega Evolution. He gets the Dragon second typing, which he should have been Dragon Grass in the first place because he can do Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw.
And Outrage.
Yep. So he should have been a Dragon to begin with, but they didn't make up for it. Sceptile's my guy. I'm putting Sceptile in S tier. Love his design as well, and his name is awesome.
Sceptile is fire.
Boom. Let's go. Then we got
the fucking the Kung Fu chicken, the Taekwondo chicken, bro.
Yo, if you're talking about competitive, Blaziken's the greatest competitive starter ever, I think.
You think so?
Bruh, he got banned because his speed boost is cheating.
Oh yeah, the speed boost is dope. I will talk. I think he's up. I think he's top 3. But we'll talk about he's got comp later.
Yeah, okay.
He's got comp, and we'll talk about it.
Blaziken is just, oh man, he's awesome. His Mega Evolution is crazy. His Mega Evolution makes him even more better. But he's got that ability speed boost, man. If you're competitive battling and you got Blaziken out there, you throw Protect or Detect on him for his first move. Block the first attack, he gets speed boost, and from then on he hits like a truck.
Speed boost is also it's not a hidden ability, but it's like a rare ability.
Yeah,
it's not that common, so you got to breed for it.
Yeah, and he gets speed boost, and you'll be able to literally outspeed everybody. He's got crazy good stats for his attack and special attack, so he can be a mixed attacker. He's got great coverage on his moves. Like, you can learn like Stone Edge, Thunder Punch, and even like Brave Bird if you want to do that. He's got
playing a dangerous game with Brave Bird.
Brave Bird is dangerous. I don't like it too much, but you throw a Life Orb on him, you got speed boost. Crazy. Blaziken's S tier for me as well. I don't know about you. I'm telling you, man, these 3 starters, bro.
I won't disagree with you, but I actually think Marsh Stomp personally is
Swampert.
Sorry,
yes. Marsh
Stomp is the middle, or is it the first one?
Marsh Stomp's the middle. Mudkip's the first one. Cutest Pokemon ever.
Marsh Stomp, and then Swampert.
Yes.
His dual typing is one of the most advantageous in the game.
He's got one weakness.
Yep.
Grass is his only weakness.
He's quadruple weak to grass. Yeah. But the good news is there's not that many competitive
Pokemon, man. Swampert is a monster. I think Mudkip's the cutest Pokemon ever. I love Swampert, man. Beast. Water and ground.
If it were up to me, I would probably swap out and I don't know. Because of his competitive viability, he's got a distinct advantage. Maybe not one-on-one because Sceptile has an advantage over him, but in terms of like viability overall, I think he's a better competitive Pokemon than Sceptile is.
Oh no, he is. That's facts. Sceptile is just my favorite.
Word up.
But yeah, Swampert definitely S tier.
This is
for sure. And I think he looks awesome.
He does look cool.
He looks fantastic. He turns into the Hulk with his mega evolution.
Dog, he's he's just like fucking God damn it.
I'm telling you, man. Let's go. Owen Region starters, Gen 3, my absolute favorite. Love all three. They're all 3 S tier for me, man. Boom. Let's go. Moving on
a little bit here.
Yeah.
The World Turtle. I thought that he was gonna be so much better than what he actually was. This in my opinion, this whole generation has a single star, and the other two are kind of whack.
Yeah, I don't not a fan of Torterra. Turtwig, I mean, if you watch the Diamond and Pearl anime, he was cool, but just not a fan. I was expecting a lot more from his final evolution.
He kind of reminds me, even though he doesn't really look alike, he just feels too much like a Venusaur knockoff to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch Detective Pikachu,
Fire.
They made him look so dope. And I mean, I know those were like the enhanced ones.
Yeah. But he was literally a continent.
Yeah, I would be down for that. I don't like the way he looks. I think it's ugly. Not a fan. I would go D tier for Torterra. Then we got
immediately
no hesitation. Monkey King.
Yep.
Infernape.
Son Goku out here, boy.
Bruh.
It's one of my favorite Pokemon ever.
One of my favorite all time. I mean, back in the day when we got the firefighting type with Blaziken, we were like, yes. Then they gave us another one in Diamond and Pearl, and we were like, yes. And he's also a beast competitively as well. He has the Iron Fist ability, I think, where any punch move, it gets like added power to it. Ridiculous.
So fire punch, stab damage on top of that, knocking people the fuck down.
Bro. Great stats. Hits like a truck. Good speed.
What's the other one? Does he? Because I think he has fire kick too, right?
Flame kick, I think.
Flame kick. It's a one that has like, it's only got like 5 PP, and it's got kind of iffy accuracy.
Accuracy. Yeah.
But once it hits it, because it's a physical attacking move, and he's got high physical damage.
He can be a good mixed attacker. He's got good attack stats in both, I believe. So
I think except for in Gen, what are we at now? 9, 8. The discrepancy is a little bit more apparent, but most of the early Gen Pokemon starters have good mixed stats.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, I love Infernape. I think he might be is he the best designed Pokemon ever?
He's up there. He looks fucking cool, man. Him, Charizard for me, obviously.
Yeah.
I think Metagross looks fucking cool as hell.
Yeah, there's a lot of sweet looking ones, but Infernape is so dope. And then I'm keep referencing the animes, but if you watched the anime, man, when Ash gets Chimchar from Paul, is that his name? Oh my god, he was such a jerk.
Yeah, he was.
I think he might have been Ash's biggest, just like a jerk, man.
So, I don't know. Early Gary was pretty,
but him and Gary become friends, bro.
They do.
And Gary actually turns into a good trainer. We don't talk about it enough. Ash beat Gary into being like a scientist.
He did. He made him quit. Like, you know what? I don't feel like doing this shit no more. I'd rather just study Pokemon. This shit hard. I keep getting my ass whipped.
But I like Gary. Paul's a jerk. But yeah, bro. Infernape best tier, no doubt.
Yeah.
Then we got...
We're going to run into a little bit of a wall
here for quite some time. Then we got Piplup. Empoleon. Cool design. I like the Trident, but I'm just not a huge fan. Not a big fan. And for some reason in the anime, I can't remember her name right now, but the girl that was with Ash, her Piplup was like OP as crap. He's like doing hydro pump.
Right.
Like,
as a Piplup.
But yeah, I'm not a huge fan here. I would say C tier. Yeah, as well.
Then we got, what's the final version? Snivy.
And then we got Snivy. I think Snivy's pretty underrated though, man. I do.
This Pokemon is it grass?
Snivy's just grass.
Not a dual type here?
Not a dual type. They only gave us one dual type in this gen.
Wait a minute. I thought Empoleon was dark. Was water dark?
I'm pretty sure Empoleon is just water.
I'll take your word for it.
No, you know what? I think Empoleon is water steel.
Yep.
And
right.
I think.
Oh, wait a minute. Are we sure that's not?
Chimchar's,
I get Empoleon and Swampert confused.
No.
I'm not Swampert. The Samurott.
Oh yeah, no. Empoleon is water still for sure. Because I remember Gym 4, Diamond and Pearl, they all get dual type.
Dual type. That's what I thought. So what is Snivy then?
Snivy's just grass because this is on the Gen 5 now, and they only.
Wait a minute.
What up? That's Empoleon right there.
I know.
Boom. Okay.
So the Gen 5.
We're on right now. We haven't started yet.
Oh, motherfucking. I got you. So Gen 4. I'm trying to.
Gen 4 is grass. The grass in Gen 4 was Torterra.
Okay, got you.
Yep. And and so now we're on to Gen 5. I mean, the Unova region, black and white. I like Snivy, man. I think Snivy's got a sweet design, bro. I do. And I really love the final evolution form as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, bro. Sorry. Yeah, I love Snivy. I thought Snivy was cute. Like the mid form, superior, dope. Love the name. Love the design as well. And it's a good Pokemon to go through that game. I would put Superior in B tier. I think she's B tier Pokemon.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's cool design. It's green. Then we got
Tepig, and
then we got Tepig, bro. Who
Fire Pig?
I think Tepig can be viable and competitive because he's so strong. He hits like a truck.
He does.
But at the same time, I think his design is ridiculous. Or Embor is his final.
Yep.
I think his design is kind of trash.
Also,
they spoiled us with the first 2 firefighting types.
We get 3 more
and
of
they
them.
Gave us so many of them.
You literally get 2 more firefighting types.
Yeah, bro. What
are we doing here, guys?
I don't like Tepig. I think Embor is kind of. I don't like him.
I would put him in C tier though, because he is very strong. I remember playing with Embor.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at the wrestling outfit either. I don't know. It's like they spoiled us with the first 2 firefighting types, and I thought this one was kind of whack. But
I don't disagree.
We can go C tier. All right, and then we got
Samurai.
Samurai. Such a cool concept. I don't like that. My favorite of these 2 is the mid form where he's standing up.
If he had been bipedal, he could have been the best Pokemon of all time.
So when he's dual and he's standing up, I thought he was awesome, and then he's not very good. He's not like a really good. He's not like a really good Pokemon either, stats wise, and not really viable and competitive. And then he's not dual typing. He's only water. He should have been water and steel.
Imagine if Samurai looked like that.
That's what he should have looked like.
That would be awesome.
He should have stood up the way he was in his other 2 forms. I'm not really a fan when they change the stance, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like when they go from standing on 2 to down on 4, or from down on 4 to standing on 2. That bothers me a little bit.
Yeah, bro, that would be so much better.
I thought he had such a cool concept, but I think they blew it. I'd put him in C tier.
All right, now we are into.
Oh my gosh!
Again, okay. So wait a minute. It's not all bad. So we got Gen 6.
Gen 6 Pokemon XY. One of my favorites actually. Kalos. I love the Kalos region. But bruh, Chespin's trash.
So we got 2. So we got 2 really whack starters in my opinion, and then
Chestnut looks ridiculous.
Yes, and then 1 super duper star.
Yes. So Chestnut, I'm putting Chestnut in F. I mean, yes. I think he looks ridiculous. He's grass fighting, which is a cool typing, but I thought it's just a terrible execution of the design. He looks like a football player. Then we got Delphox, who gives me nightmares. Fennekin is super cute, but then Delphox is like a person that stands on 2 feet with
it's like
just creeps me out. Cool typing, fire psychic, awesome typing. I would put Delphox in C just because of the typing, but I think looks really weird and creeps me out.
All right, bro.
Then we got my dog. Yeah, quit messing around. We got my dog, Greninja. S tier for sure. Speed, special attacker.
Water Dark.
My all-time favorite Pokemon ever. Water Dark. good spike setter, super broken and competitive as well. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He's my all-time favorite Pokemon, S tier for sure.
And we got
the Sun and Moon generation.
I don't know a lot about these guys. This is the one game I didn't play. I mean, I know all their names, but it's the one game I didn't play.
Then we got Decky Dewey. No, I'm just kidding. Decidueye.
This is a decent concept.
Decidueye he's got a sweet concept, and he looks awesome. And he's grass and ghost. That's fire.
Yeah.
And Rowlet is adorable. S tier. S tier for me. And
Really?
that's my son. It's one of my son's favorite Pokemon.
Okay.
I gotta go S tier for Decidueye. Then we got Incineroar,
the champion of the world, dog. I'm surprised that you don't like this Pokemon,
bro. It's because I just think it looks weird, man.
He got the title. They put the belt on him, bro.
Dog, I love Litten, and he goes from being on all fours for his first 2 evolutions, and then
he turns
into a big man cat that stands on 2 feet.
It works for the better in this case.
Horrifying.
He looks so sweet, bro.
I think he's sweet. I'm not saying I don't like him.
And he hits like a truck in Smash.
I'm just saying, yeah. And I think that's why a lot of people don't like him, because he's in Smash and he annoys people in Smash. I like Incineroar, though. I go A tier for Incineroar.
Yeah, you can't put he the champ, bro. They put the belt on him, bro. Like, come on, dog.
Yo, then we got one of the most slept on Pokemon ever.
Really?
Yes, bro.
It's got great typing.
Primarina, Water Psychic, or Water Fairy, actually. Yeah. Crazy typing.
Yeah.
Poplio, adorable. The typing is crazy with the Water Fairy. I think this is A tier, man.
I'll take your word for it. I've still never played something.
Okay. I think it's A tier. I think it's one of the most slept on Pokemon out there. So, with the Water Fairy typing, I think was awesome.
All right, bro. And now let me introduce you to some of the comp here. We have 2. I think there's 2 really good Pokemon here and one that is okay.
I think there's one that's awesome and one I don't care about and one that I think looks stupid. But yeah, bro.
Rillaboom.
Further respect on Primarina though. Like crazy special attack. That's a good Pokemon that a lot of people don't use or talk about.
Word up.
Yeah, man.
So we got Rillaboom here, who I started off with. He plays the drums. He's actually really, really good in competitive play.
I've gone up against a couple.
I say he's earned his way into A tier.
Oh, boom. Okay.
I would say I think that what's his name?
Empoleon.
No, is that his name?
I think so. Yeah.
Empoleon. Are we sure that's what his name? No,
bro, I think I'm positive, bro.
Empoleon. That's this guy's name. That's
who?
The penguin.
Nah, man.
What's his name, bro?
I guess I have to look. I'm sorry. I hate it. I hate this one. It's like literally.
Empoleon is this guy. That's not his name.
My bad.
He's a secret agent.
Yeah, he looks ridiculous. I seriously hate this one. Sorry. I know his
Inteleon.
What'd I say? Empoleon? Same thing. Inteleon.
Inteleon.
I'm not a fan, bro. I'm not a fan. It's so skinny. It just looks weird.
He looks like the Geico commercial.
It looks like too humanoid. It's so creepy looking. I don't like it. Yeah, and I can't stand this emo mid stage either. And then Sabo's a freaking crybaby.
Yeah, whatever.
It's just not D. I put in D tier.
All right,
then
man.
You got your.
This is my guy. This is my guy, bro. I'm wondering if this is the comp I was talking about, dog.
Yeah, no, because he's got the ability,
man.
But you know who had that ability before him though?
What's
Greninja.
That? Oh, he did.
And that's why Greninja is so broken and competitive, because he had that same. It was called something different though.
I think
that ability's crazy.
So you got
what's it called?
Librio. Where any move that any type move that he does he changes to that type for the duration of the move, so he gets stab damage.
That's ridiculous.
The reason why this is dope is because any ball type move, because his gimmick is a soccer player.
Yeah, he does same. He kicks the ball.
So but that means Shadow Ball. That means Gyro Ball.
That's crazy.
That means Electro Ball.
That's
Any
so
move
fire.
that has ball in it, he can fucking kick it. Dog, that's just fire.
That's really dope.
Yeah, so
And Cinderace looks sweet too.
he looks sweet. He's fucking lightning fast.
And Raboot is awesome and reminds me of Kakashi.
Yeah, he does.
I love Raboot.
Yeah. So this is my guy. I did not pick him when I first started, but I should have.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, confession time, I picked Sobble like an idiot. So my first run through of Sword and Shield, I did not use my starter Pokemon for the first time in my life because I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I think Rillaboom got kicked out of the top. He got kicked out of my rotation. I did the respect, or sorry, buddy. I kicked the dog by mistake. I gave him the respect of at least doing the Elite Four with him.
Right.
But once that was over, he was already getting packed because he had a young.
It's a lot of comp. It's a lot of comp on
man.
there.
He had a young Gary Dose coming up behind him. Gary Dose,
That's
right?
my guy, Gary Dose, man.
A young Gary Dose coming up behind him. He had because I found a Tyranitar early. Usually I don't start beefing up my squad until after I beat the game.
Right.
But I caught some dogs early, and he had to kind of get the boot.
Right.
So
I'm satisfied with this list. I like it. I think this is good.
Boom.
Save it.
There it is.
Send it to your boy. All right, man. Thank y'all. I know this episode ran a little long. You know, we took the week off last week, so we gave y'all a little bit of a longer episode.
Yeah.
Again, man, as always, new music is on the way. I got a project with Mega Ran coming out soon. We shot some videos. I should have y'all stay on the lookout. Videos coming out soon. I got a album coming out with a producer by the name of Dixon Hill pretty soon. It's called Book of Changes. It's fire. Can't wait for you guys to hear that. Not sure when it's coming out. Hopefully soon. And of course, you already know me and Hero been working on a lot of stuff. He's got his he's remastering some of his projects. He's got some new stuff going on with that. I'm on there. And then also my album as well, where Hero's got a ton of beats on that. A lot of stuff coming, man. Hopefully we can get back to doing the music thing.
Looking pretty good.
Hey, yo.
So, yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Check it.
Welcome back, Hero.
Peace.
My word is my sword, Hokage and Batosai, pulling the blades out of the forge, yo. Prior to my knowledge of the Force, was thinking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under gray skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal, my mind will lift you. In this time we shine together, disarm your pistol, yo. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.